What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 on this channel. It's been a minute since I've jumped into the third game. Obviously, that's not the main focus of this channel typically, but I really do like playing in Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. It's just kind of mix it up from playing the second game all the time, and just kind of do something new. So, I actually took a little bit of a break from playing in this game, and I think I took too long of a break because I honestly didn't. There's gonna be a few moments in this video where I was struggling with the controls because I genuinely just forgot how it went, what the controls were, and I didn't always. This one wasn't always. I wouldn't call it a banger, let's say, this episode, but there was some cool stuff that I got done. I built a merry-go-round, and I fixed up one of the buildings that I built in the last video, and yeah. And it's looking like this is going to take a while to finish, but, you know, hopefully you guys enjoy seeing the process of this part come together, and watching these episodes come to life. Obviously, I will say, the one big problem I have with the third game over the second and first games is that I think I mentioned it in the last episode. It's that fences and walls cannot be built on the same tile together as a pathway. So I have a lot of if you have a path on one tile, you actually can't put a fence on that tile as well, and that's hella annoying. And it just makes building a lot harder sometimes. Like, you really have to plan it out meticulously, and it just makes life a little bit more difficult, if I'm honest, and would have loved it if that was not the case. But you know what, just gonna have to work around it, and hopefully everything ends up okay. And here's my biggest blunder right here. So one thing I did not realize is that it's not super obvious which direction that the station platform goes in. Like, I thought it would be like whichever, when you start building that station platform, whichever direction that the pieces are facing, I assumed that was the way the track would go, or the way that's the direction that the cars and the trains would move in. But it looks like that's not always the case. That was something I learned. Like, I built this entire roller coaster. You're gonna see my biggest. This is embarrassing, but I built this whole coaster, and it's amazing, and I was really happy with it, and I was like, oh man, this is like the greatest coaster ever made. And then as soon as I open it and as soon as I try and test it, the cars are going the wrong way on the track. So like, they're going the opposite direction that I thought they were, and it was the opposite direction of the way that I built this track design. So basically what I'm saying is this whole thing is worthless. It doesn't work, and it makes no sense. Like, you can see, like, it's supposed to go around that turn, go up the chain lift, and yeah. So I actually, in this one, I actually had to zoom way in to see which way the track was going. This time I actually got it right. I figured it out, and again, some of this is just getting used to the controls and getting used to building stuff in this game. I'd say, like, my experience in the first and second games helped me a lot in building a roller coaster that at least works and finishes a complete circuit. And I think this one ended up being a little bit tame. It is a junior coaster. I figured, like, okay, let's put like a mild roller coaster at the front of the park, and you know, that might be a good idea. I feel like that's I feel like that is that realistic? I don't know, but regardless, I felt like, this is a good way to test out to see what is my building style gonna have to be like. Am I gonna have to do something different later on? Am I gonna have to change up my style to fit this game? What all am I gonna be able to do? So overall, I think I ended up getting it done pretty well. And like I said, the menus are different in this game, and there's a lot of things that are different about this the third game that I'm still getting used to. One is the menus to try and it's this little scroll wheel thing, and then you have to. There's two different types of menu buttons, so I had to kind of learn how to use each one, and it was tough to when you're learning a new game, you have to just kind of roll with it and figure out how to do it. So this was the hardest part for sure, was building the station platform building. I kind of messed around with the game originally before I started the series to try and just to get used to the controls, where I built a station building like this, and it came out looking pretty solid, but I had to kind of abandon the design, what I had planned, just because it didn't quite work as well as I was hoping for it to. And I think that's fine. Sometimes you gotta call an audible and figure out what else you can do. So in this, I just tried to keep it simple. I really just tried to okay, what's gonna look appropriate with the theme that I've chosen, this blue and purple theme that I've chosen for the rest of the park. I tried to just do a different shade of blue for this roller coaster. It is yet to be named, so if you'd like to name this roller coaster, feel free to do so. It's a junior coaster, and I didn't look at the test results yet, so hopefully I don't have to completely delete it and start over. But if you'd like to give this roller coaster a name, this kind of sea blue with white coaster, I feel like a nautical theme might be appropriate, or something in the realm of water or ocean or something. There may be maybe I'll build a pond, maybe something like that. If you have a name for it, then feel free to leave that in the comments down below. So that's pretty much what I've got going so far. One thing I do like about this game is it just does look more realistic than Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. I just like how, if I came to a theme park and saw this, it actually doesn't look that far off from a roller coaster that I've been, a theme park that I've been to. I feel like this isn't that far off from what really exists in real life. So that's one thing I do like, is the realism. It's kind of the graphics are kind of a blessing and a curse, because when this game came out, it really made it hard to run on certain PCs, and it just was something that was kind of a hindrance more than it was helpful. But over time, it just sort of became. But now that the technology sort of caught up, and you can port this game, it's on the Switch now, and it's just a little bit easier. I feel like it's become pretty helpful. So I like it. Leave your opinions down in the comments. And yeah, so this is going to be pretty much it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this installment of my Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 park. And much like the coaster, the park still doesn't have a name yet. So if you have a name suggestion for my theme park, then leave that in the comments down below as well. I'm always looking for names for things, because I'm not super creative, and I would love that. So thank you guys very much for watching. That's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.